Within minutes of launch, I saw videos titled "My First 120 Hours in Borderlands 4. However, this video is a little bit different. It'll be a raw first impression by a long-term fan that won't hold back if it turns out to be a mess. But this isn't just a review. I'll be locking myself in the game for 24 hours straight, playing through the story, stress testing mechanics and features, and trying to break the game whenever possible. Anyways, enough rambling, let's get into it. Let's use a spin wheel to see what Vault Hunter we're going to play. It is becoming quite a common occurrence on this channel, so I thought why not. And it does look like we're going to start off with Rafa here. And jumping into the game, we're going to start off the hard mode for that increased loot quality, and we'll just quickly play through the prologue. But you know, obviously I'm not going to focus too much on that. And we get the classic intro. It's good to be back. But wow, this intro animation is incredible. Like, I did quite a lot of graphic design, and to get the building looking like that, the amount of effort is pretty insane. And just skipping ahead here, we have the character intros, which don't know if I like them as much as other Borderlands games, but they do still fit the style, so can't complain that much. Now, just jumping into the character selection screen, we're obviously going to go with Rafa from the wheel. And yeah, I do kind of know a little bit beforehand. I really don't like the arc knives one, but I'll probably go with the lance or peacebreaker cannons. I am leaning a bit more towards peacebreaker cannons, but we'll obviously see how that feels in game. Alright, well, we're going to meet the timekeeper for the first time. Well, I mean, I played the prologue when the game came out just to get a feel for it. He is obviously leaning towards that more intense, like, mature style that they said, which I'm kind of happy about. Haven't played the story yet though, so I don't know how it'll go. One thing I do notice though is the cutscenes are in 30 FPS. I can kind of tell it is a little bit stuttery, it's not exactly smooth, but I guess we'll see how that continues in the other ones. But yeah, I'm not going to waste your time playing through the prologue or anything, but there were a few interesting moments, one of them being the NPC did come and revive me, which was interesting. And while I was exploring, I found this hidden chest, and then the weird floor cleaners that run around don't give you anything, unfortunately. But I will say the gunplay is pretty good so far. Melee. Yeah, this as well, the rev kit. It makes me feel a little bit more involved in the fighting. Ooh, the grapple. I didn't think we were going to get it this early. So yeah, speaking of mechanics, they've brought sliding back, which was probably the only good mechanic in Borderlands 3, so yeah, definitely not complaining about that one. I mean, this is the prologue and the enemies seem pretty hard still. Wait, was that a different reload? Yeah, that was a different reload. That's so cool. Wait, there's actually like rare reloads in the game. That's sick. And here we are, first cutscene, first boss, Warden Scathe. Would rather just kill you. Yep, fair enough. This looks like one of the enemies from the trailer. But yeah, Jacobs is still one of my favourite guns in any Borderlands game. The crit is just so satisfying. And there's the rare reload again, so I guess it isn't that rare, it's probably just like a alternate one to make it stop looking a bit boring. I do really like the dashes on the enemies. Even though it isn't like the hardest to kill, it's like still really satisfying, makes it a little bit more challenging. And we can shoot through this, so you know that hitboxes aren't blocking all the bullets like they were in some other games. But yeah, Jacobs are just absolutely battering this guy. Maybe we take him out by melee. Let's see. What the? I just climbed him. What a kill. What a first kill. We just mounted this man and punched his head. That sounded a bit weird, but yeah. Oh, and yeah, the red is because I have colorblind mode on, as I just could not tell what anything was without it. I usually just kind of focus on the triangles anyway, but the red is more noticeable than the blue, purples, and is a pretty cool grenade as well. Ooh, wait, they actually did it, wow. I guess they are setting the tone for the game. Listen to people's criticism of the jokes. They did say they were going to do it more seriously this time, so that is a good start to that. Hopefully there's no limits. And Coastal Bonescape, that's some nice artwork. And first thing I'm going to do after loading up the game is going into Audio, Advanced, scrolling down to the bottom, and muting Claptrap. I'm only joking. I do enjoy Claptrap, but I know a lot of people find him annoying, so there you go. Go onto the roof. Just saw a mangler. We saw these in the trailer as well. Level 3. It is scaling on me, so you don't have to worry about that at all. Oh, the throwing knife. Got that loot from that boss just. Ooh, might be a competition between Jacobs and throwing knives now. Although we do have to just see how the scaling goes. We don't know if we're going to fall off quite heavily. But one thing I have forgotten is checking all the inventory stuff, including the map. So let's just zoom out here, see how big it is. Oh my gosh, holy moly, this map is huge. The visual part that I could see is literally just that little section. Oh my god, that's actually crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, we got, Jesus, we got challenges, combat, a bunch of guns, rep kit ones. I'm assuming these are just like the different manufacturer challenges, yeah, just like kill a certain amount of things and whatnot. World, side missions, and then this inventory layout, we did see this before as well. It's alright, I think it can do a little bit better, but it's fine. Oh, so this is the reward for the mission we just did. So yeah, the rewards are going to be in a backpack instead of turning it in now, so yeah, I'll try my best not to constantly forget about those, which I probably will. Backpack doesn't seem very clear. Echoes. Skills. What about this? Got 2 skill points and then the Peacebreaker cannons. Okay, yeah. I think we're going to go with this one for this playthrough. Take a quick look at some of the other ones. So this one's going to just increase our crit damage and stuff. Make sure to press it, not hold, because holding cancels the skill, if that's what I just read, and that is a press to crit. Elemental stuff. Yeah, I don't really want that one. Homing missiles is kind of cool. Rockets, I do like that. It's going to be, what? Yeah, more elemental stuff. And then Ricochet. Now that is a Jacobs build if I've ever seen one. Like flak, pretty much. I'll probably go that one in the end. Turrets. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of Accident in Borderlands 2, so I'll probably pass on that one. We'll probably go missiles. And then late game, maybe swap over to the Ricochet build. I feel like that would be pretty cool. I doubt we're going to get this far in this video, and we'll whack the skill points into fire rate. And then just customizations again, quite similar to Borderlands 3. It's Threshy unlocked from completing the mission. I want that head, I'm not gonna lie. It's probably the cool. Oh my god! What was that voice break? Is probably the coolest one I've seen. Alright, let's give the action skill a bit of a go here. I'm not sure if I have to aim. I should probably test that, but it does seem like a turn your brain off kind of one. There's no way it's reaching it from there. Yeah, and you don't have to look at it. Right, well that's some crazy range. I don't really see the point in the compass, like why the map was fine, I don't get it. Like I can see on the map exactly where it is, right? But on the compass it's like a general direction and there's just walls in the way. It's just a weird choice, honestly. I don't know, but at least we get cool stuff like this, right? I'm from this guy who crash landed when we entered. What the... What is this guy doing? Breakdancing no-legged bandit on the loose. Right. Let's give it a go. Kind of been holding myself back in that prologue, but I do love my out of bounds. I don't know why, I enjoy breaking games, but this is a open world game, right? No, it's invisible. This one? No. Right, well, we make this. I'm just gonna keep saying right well, I guess, but no way. Can I not get on this? Damn. Right. Well, I thought this was like a completely open world game, but I guess not. Now we have some swimming. We can go past the boys. That's good. I am assuming there's a border somewhere, but maybe I'll test that another time. I don't really want to go swimming into the ocean at this point. Kind of want to just play. more climbing. I don't really know if it's going to stay regular or not, but any movement is appreciated. Again, like I said that before, but can I make this? Can. Interesting. If that was a linear game, I definitely would have had to run all the way around. So a little bit of exploration and making my own path, I guess. But here we are fighting Splash Zone. And yeah, he's useless. Cool. Maybe I'll let him hit me, see how much he does. Reasonable. I guess he is just the first boss, so I can't expect too much. Does have a leaking modifier though. I don't know if that's going to be on him every time. Now I'm getting a first proper look at some of the new gear here. It does seem kind of complicated, I'm not going to lie. But I'm sure I'll get used to it because I did see the deep dive kind of stuff beforehand and listened to a couple of people play the game early. What are you? I see boom turret. You just sniped me from all the way over there. But yeah, I was just saying, like, the modifiers and manufacturer stuff and underbarrels and what have you, like, look, it does seem complicated, but I feel like once you get a hang of maybe the key ones you're looking for, it's going to be much easier. Got a Jacobs shotgun. I do enjoy my Jacobs weapons, so why not? Got a glide pack, so I'm assuming this is kind of still tutorial based, even though we did complete the prologue. We're just kind of gaining the core movement stuff. And in order to dash, you need to be in the sky or maybe holding a specific direction button. Whoa, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna accidentally dash off quite a few things, I can feel it now. Ooh, Marcus Bobblehead. First collectible of the game. Flick. And it gave me 100 XP. Is that it? SDU? No? Right, so what, collectibles are just useless, I guess? Alright, is this gonna work? If you just like hit it? It does! Oh my god, wait, I actually prepared myself for it to not work. And unlucky buddy, you just got one tapped as soon as you were set free. Well, I mean that's actually nice. You can interact with stuff. The crypt here plays capsule. I did not see that in any of the early game stuff. That's kind of interesting. Got some swimsuit model claptraps. Maybe his girlfriend on the wall. Maps. I don't think they show anything, but I will be keeping my eye out. Bounty boards. Bounty. Take out windmills 98. Kill impossible murder. Right, well they sound interesting, so I guess we'll do that before going with the main story. And then we also have, what is it, Echo 3, doing the weird path thing. First time doing that, it's probably actually going to be a lot more helpful than I thought from trailers and the pre-gameplay, because, oh, it fades, interesting. So we're going to have to keep clicking Z, I assume. But, yeah, it's probably going to be a lot more useful since it's a lot more confusing to get around. 25 meters this way. Maybe it's up here. Is that it? Like a big box. Alright, custom animation. Collectible, survivalist, cache. Is that, yeah, 10. Right, I just spewed it all over the floor though. But that grenade sounds pretty crazy. Atomic, spring-loaded frag, something. Still not really sure how much I like these order weapons, honestly. Like, don't get me wrong, they do a lot of damage, but yeah, they're not really my style. Here we are at Impossible Murder, and what is that? Chainmaster, right. And there's also 2 on my map. Very weird. Don't know why it's doing that. Maybe it's also showing the chains for some reason. Because it just did an extortionate amount of damage. Jesus. But what is it? What actually is Chainmaster? It does look like it regened from the side stuff, I'm assuming. So I guess the whole concept is while they're inside that circle, he's gonna start regening HP. So yeah, take out the side ones and then kill him, but we should reduce the numbers enough. I assume it's not that bad. But damn, he does a lot of damage. Finish him off here. And contract complete. It doesn't really look like he dropped much loot though, which maybe you can redo them like the other side missions and stuff, since they added that to the game. We also get a red chest. Again, don't know if there's much good I want from that. I did also see Crawler available, but we'll just check the inventory. Is it also a mission here? Yeah, it is. Cool, cool. So we got a whatever the 2-star rarity one. I guess a rare. Okay, well I made it to the Crawler here, and I just remembered about skill points. So I should probably put them into something. But we can unlock the like augment now. Got a crit chance, that's the one I probably wanted. Give that a test. I accidentally cancelled it. Right, take out these guys though. We have Windmill 98, the second bounty on the board. I just forgot to use my rev kit. Whoops. But yeah, still easy enough, especially with these cannons just auto killing him. Cold hearted. I don't know what that means. But anyway, just completely obliterated him with the grenade and shotgun, so easy. So I made it to the area, and it kind of gives us this little thing to carry. And then I guess we head over to the glowy part over here. Throw or place. 23 meters upwards. I assume we then do something up there, I guess. Grapple, parkour our way up. But again, like these custom things, these like optional stuff, very cool. Got reward a vehicle customization. And then 40 SDU things. So yeah, just like a random customization you probably don't care about that much. It's mainly for the SDU things, get more ammo. And don't know why we have 90. Don't know where that came from, but not gonna complain. Backpack instantly and shotgun obviously. And then sniper, probably the rest into pistol because that's what I've been using. I just realised like the assault rifles are feeling pretty strong in this game, so probably should have put a few into those. Maybe when I get more SDUs. I'm sure it's fine. On these fishing spots. Just a can. Okay. Assuming we can't do anything with cans yet. Another can. Yeet. Another can. Yeet. Let's see here. Can we sneak up and open the red chest? No, we can't. Seems like testing out the enemy AI. They just instantly aggro you as soon as you open a chest. And you can actually hold the grenade. That's nice. I didn't actually figure that out until now. You can hold the grenade to make it charge up so it just explodes on release or like close by the enemy. Yeah, I really like the gunplay so far on Borderlands 4. And speaking of the guns and stuff, opening chests like this, I am checking everything unlike Borderlands 2. Just spotted this thing, right? Deadbolt. No idea what it is. It says it's literally right here. Deadbolt. Found a lost echo. Departed souls and discover their thoughts. Right. How is this like any difference to a regular echo? Is it just kind of another layer of world building? Yeah, so it's a different like section of echoes. But it doesn't say anything interesting, just some random guy I don't care about and why he died. Okay, sure. Back to fishing. You actually got a gun from fishing. It's a bad gun, but yeet, 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 yeet. So I tried to go around this town, but there's just so many invisible walls on the rocks that I just could not get around. So whatever, guess we're going through it. And cryo that we just saw is definitely one of my favourite elements still of this game. It just feels reliable. Freezing the enemy just feels like a reliable way to find it. This not the vault symbol I'm seeing? I'm too colorblind for this. That is just a stop sign, but it looks exactly like a vault symbol. Well, when it's covered in blood. There it is. I want to get at least one, and it is nice and it glows and then stops glowing when you found it, so you know. Did also say on the right hand side 1 of 46. Coming towards the main mission now. This looks like the main area. Everyone from the Borderlands 4 playtest were kind of running around. So I want to check out this cave. There was nothing. There was many complaints from people about how this cave just had nothing in it. I am distracted by this animal though. Still nothing from him. Maybe one day. Just a random legendary from the XP-less animals. And a Marcus bubble. My favourite. I thought there was going to be something cool, but I guess there's still pretty much nothing in this cave. Running into town. It seems like I'm going up behind him because I didn't follow the intended path by the developers. Just absolutely mowing him down. With the action skill at least, I feel very, very strong. And I feel like it lasts for a very long time, especially as it keeps recharging through all the extra stuff. Do want to test out a couple of these weapons though. Again, shock, very useful, even at the very beginning of this game. And damn, that brain just plopped out his head. Do a bit of sniping. I feel like I haven't been doing too much in this game, even though it was Sniper 0. Maybe a long range. Oh, long range knife. Sent him flying. Snipe. Kill enemies, crit hit with sniper. Cool, cool. Got another chain master. Why are they so common? But, bro, you're done for. Accept it. There it goes, and bomb. I do like how many things the tougher enemies drop, and I do like how I'm picking them up as well. I kind of just mentioned it with the chest and stuff, but I do really like how frequently I'm picking up guns in this game. I feel like in Borderlands 2, it's kind of stuck on the same guns and just playing through until I got too weak. Yo, it's the guy from the trailers and stuff. I can't shoot his thing, unfortunately. That would have been quite funny, just turned off. But yeah, it does feel a lot different playing the game. Seen him in actual 3D compared to everything else. Marcus bubble, and level 7. Got a vault symbol. Nice, nice. Another 5 SDUs. Rush. He absolutely has you. Assuming he's going to be a lot like Roland, like the lovable leader, gonna probably get killed or sacrifice himself. Well, we'll see, but instantly getting that vibe. But I'm assuming his whole personality is gym based by the sounds of his talking. So we just got the power and stuff. We do have the lost loot machine back again. Always thought this was one of the most useless things in Borderlands games. It just never seems useful. It gets filled up way too quick and never works properly when you actually have the legendaries to recover. And I may have just done a quick cut to get some golden keys because I didn't have any. Or at least open one, because why not? But this grenade sounds absolutely insane. What's it gonna do? I don't even know at this point. It's interesting. Whoa! Just launched all my loot on the ground. But yeah, damn, that grenade looks sick. All the grenades in this game seem pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. I really like the effects of them. I feel like I'm absolutely glazing Borderlands 4, but don't get me wrong, it does have quite a lot of issues, especially optimization mainly. But we are going to get some pretty nice epic weapons here with a bunch of random effects. Probably want that Torg pistol. I do enjoy my explosive guns, ingrained in me from the Dipper from Borderlands 2. And then there's just so many effects on these guns, it's crazy. I have no clue how I'm gonna farm for something specific in endgame, like... Oh my god, bro, what is that? Right, this random machine is respec. This one again, which I still have no clue what it is. Which is actually quite nice after making all those Borderlands guides, not knowing stuff. Again, another locked machine, no clue what it is. But I do hear a Marcus bubble. Should be able to parkour up to that pretty easily, and it was. And then down here, I know this one we have the bank, because I remember, yep, I deposited the 3 weapons I got beforehand just to make sure I didn't lose them. Just randomly climbing here, I just had a thought, like, a lot of this stuff does seem to be made so that you can purposely mantle them, which is very nice. I'm glad they decided to make most of it mantleable, at least, because Borderlands 3 just mantling on the coloured stuff was pretty horrific. We've made it to Horus's oversight here. This is like what I'm assuming to be the first boss area, maybe the first real challenge with hard mode and stuff. We attest to the Torg stickies though. Never really been a fan of it because I guess I enjoy instant dopamine. Doesn't everyone? I enjoy the impact one a lot more, but I will say the like added damage boost with the stickies in this game does make me want to use it. So I use impact rarely, but I might switch to mainly using stickies with the pistol, and then that as well. Shoot in midair, satisfying. What is this guy? This is not a chain master. That is a contagious. I'm assuming that's going to be like chain master, but opposite, like anything within that just gets affected and damaged, but don't particularly want to find out. But we'll sticky this guy up, try and get an easy kill. But that is one thing about stickies, like you do overkill them quite a lot if you misjudge it. And the shield blocked a huge amount of damage there. Damn. Good to know it's not for show. And then I guess in this back room we will collect the contraband, but not really sure if I'm going to be bothered to do it all, honestly. I've done a lot of exploring so far, wasted a few hours in just here and there. May as well just lock in a bit. But I do also enjoy the grapple points, make the combat more interesting. I'm assuming I'm going to do a clean cut there, but basically, after running around a little, I found this. It's a very cool out of bounds, and it pretty much just gives you access to the entire place. So I may as well spend an hour or so just exploring because I have the time. I'm not going to include it all in the video obviously, but see if I find any cool things to highlight, and I'll probably make a YouTube video out of it, because more than likely I am the first ever person to find an out of bounds glitch in Borderlands 4. So if I can make a video on that super quick, that would be awesome. Hopefully getting millions of views. Doubt it. But just exploring here, coming back, I have a few highlights. So as I was running around this place, there's many floors and areas to go, but I found this. It's like open and you can just explore any part of the world if you just spawn your car and fly about. And I also found this. It's literally just a open portion of the map. Like if I just turn around here, it's literally the point where I jumped in, and there's just a hole in the wall. It's not on the other side, but like, what? After some testing, I also found you can do a cool jump in the car, which it like stores your double jump. So basically you can jump in the car, click E to get out, and you can get out fast enough to where it holds your double jump, and then it's practically 3 jumps. So that's like some movement tech kind of. And my bad, I just looked at a comment notification on my phone from someone commenting on my YouTube video. Which does remind me, if you are enjoying this video, make sure to like and subscribe. It is much appreciated, and you know, if you're watching this far, then hopefully you're enjoying the content. I am hoping to make more long form stuff in the future, since there's not too much made on Borderlands 4 at the moment, so all the big creators are taking the easy ideas and spamming out the content. So I'm just hoping to make some more interesting, more unique stuff, and yeah, like I said, more long form videos of this type, but they do take a huge amount of effort. But anyway, back to the game. We had invulnerability, which I didn't notice for a second because I am very heavily colorblind, so I just didn't see. Grapple, B-hop, shoot him, double jump, slam. Would have been cool, but unfortunately he stepped backwards instead of forward. And then we have, what was that, a spiteful witness, I think it said. It's like an XP loader, but instantly gave me Risk-a-Rain jellyfish vibe, if you know what that is. And then hit him with a melee, which surprisingly, even though I have no stats and I didn't go arc knives, it feels pretty powerful, which is kind of making me reconsider it a little bit. Another contraband, cool. And then we're surrounded by enemies again, but literally no threat because we have the rev kits that just feel like I'm infinitely alive pretty much. Whenever I get surrounded, just and dose myself up with a bit of health and I'm fine. Okay, I see your name but I do not see you. Damn, Jesus. What is centripetal? I do not know what he's doing. Doesn't feel like he's doing anything. Does it mean he's just locked on me? Or I thought it was like usually a pull effect. Whoa, okay, I forgot death effects existed. And I'm dead. No way, that's actually gonna be my first death? That's rough. Another contraband, cool, but we are now 3 out of 4, which is almost as annoying as the respawn timer, because now I kind of feel like I have to look around for it. So, you guys join me from like, sorry to say, like 3 hours in the future, because, yeah, I was looking around, and then I started exploring, and me exploring is a mistake because I get too caught up in it. And as you can see on screen, I'm going through the weirdest, most untrodden route of all of Borderlands 4, just because I was curious how high I could get. I've been trying for an hour and a half to get this bobblehead and I just can't get it. It's so incredibly annoying. So, as you'll see here, if I ping an object, you can see if it's invisible or not. So as you can see, it's now in the background. Again, in the background. But if I go a bit closer inwards, you can see it's now like actually on the object. So that's how you can tell. But from previous testing, it's kind of just a slab of wall. You can't really land on it unless you get the extra height from the car. So basically all you need to do is then jump. And then jump out the car as you're in the air. You store the double jumps like I was kind of saying earlier for the vent thing. And yeah, you get enough height to jump up, and then you can just parkour up to this point, and this is the highest point I could find. Again, if you find something, please let me know, because this, I'm not going to be able to let this go. The view up here is amazing though, honestly, so if you want to scout out the rest of the map, very good area to do so, but you can't climb any of this stuff, and it's incredibly annoying, so please let me know. So just jumping around a little bit in the future, I also found the 4th contraband after beating the boss, but I thought I'd just cut it in now because it makes more sense. Then I also found the vent next to it, and I just thought it was an empty room for a minute because I'm a little bit stupid. I thought that was a window, so I just didn't even jump through it, but I did eventually get there to find the 3rd vault symbol. And then just like as I was jumping through buildings and over roofs to the boss, I found another Marcus bubble, eventually getting back to the boss. So back to it. So here we are jumping down. We have Horus. Very cool. I like the name, reminds me of House of Anubis on Disney Channel, if anyone watched that. But yeah. Using the shock weapon here, obviously going to be the most effective towards the shield. Where is he? Crit, 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 crit. Pretty easy. I do feel if I had better weapons this would be a little bit quicker, but unfortunately I'm only doing 24 damage per hit, which is kind of rough. It's going to take me a few minutes to do this boss. I don't really know what he's doing though, he's not really attacking me that much. And then he just flies off in a random direction, not even close to me, so yeah, a little bit strange. I think the AI could use a little bit of tweaking on him. Demolishing stuff still with his grenade. Test out the sticky impact ones just in case it's any good. I was not paying attention to the health bar, let me try again. It's reasonable, but yeah, probably shouldn't use that. What about the corrosive one? It's more so that it's full auto, it just blasts out like tons of bullets. And we finally got his shield down, and he's in an immune phase. Those are getting removed, like when you kill it once, not removed I mean. They did say if you kill it once then that won't appear again, so you don't have to worry. Just flopped to the ground. And I have ammo, so we just go back to using the pistol, or actually the shotgun was the most powerful, so I don't know. Impact seems to be doing a decent chunk of damage along with the grenades. Where is his axe at me? The AI like like this is the longest boss fight in a Borderlands game I've probably done so far, but his AI just seems pretty dead. And now he's running towards me full tilt, but yet I'm walking backwards quicker. It doesn't make much sense. Anything good? We actually got the legendary. First try. It seems to be a common thing in my Borderlands playthroughs is that we just get a legendary first try, and I am not complaining. Mega Pacemaker. Pacemaker passively regenerates health over time, increasing the rate when your health is low. And tank reduces damage taken by 50% for 8 seconds. I was literally just saying, well, actually they're probably, I'm going to cut that part out of the video because it was just me running, but I was saying to myself that I need a better rev kit because rev kits in this game seem really powerful. So I guess something heard me. +5 iridium as well for opening the red chest. Okay. Not sure what iridium is used for yet though. I don't think I've seen anything, at least. Maybe for the Moxie Encore thing? I don't know. So, skill points. Probably just going with the left one, honestly, because you can never go wrong with it. Plop those two in there. As we are on our way to kill Agriculture, I did pick up some more bounty missions, but actually, I might turn around and fight this, because we did hear about world events like previously, before Borderlands 4 came out, but I haven't done this one before. I've seen it a couple of times, but I kind of drove past it. I don't know if you get anything from it, but may as well try it at least once. Does seem like it spawns a bunch of enemies. So, we made it to Agriculture. He has the leaking modifier. Fortunately, we didn't get anything from that world event, so not really too sure what the meaning, what the use of those are, but whatever is what it is. And this guy looks like he has armor, but corrosive isn't doing too much. You just have to try and shoot him in the side as much as possible. Shoot one of your kids, that's what you get to take me down. And yeah, again, like it doesn't seem too difficult. I had to go down a couple times, but that's just unfortunate. But it is noticeably harder than the Borderlands 2 initial story. Octogun, that sounds pretty interesting. I'm assuming it's shooting 8 projectiles, but it's only using 1 ammo, which is nice. And then TDL, which seems pretty common at this point. Okay, so we made it to the scanner part area. And I'm assuming this is the first world boss, which is very, very cool. Another world event. I've been looking forward to this actually, because they do seem like they pose quite a lot of a challenge. However, in the middle of my mission area was not ideal, because I'm assuming we have like 3 times the normal amount of enemies now, so... Damn, that's a lot of damage. I don't know what amp does. Maybe it's like amplified damage or something to do with my shield, because it's getting melted right now. Jeez Louise. Well, that is a lot of enemies. I'm getting shot from every direction. I'm not sure my rep kit can keep up with this. Yep, got this guy. Cool, cool. Oh my god, man. Jesus, where are you going? Take out these guys. Although I probably shouldn't have taken out those guys, because now it only leaves those 2 up top. Bro. Okay. Can I get him? Ooh, it's not doing as much damage as I hoped. That's another death. Oh, I didn't see the ones behind. Damn. What now? What happens when I go back? Is he, like, still there? Guess we'll see. Damn, he's gone. I did not know that. Oh, that's actually so annoying. I really want to see what he gave. Ah! What was that? Ow! I think I just got electrocuted from a microphone. Just try and get the scanner parts then. Number 2 there. And then number 3 with a creepy piece of artwork in the cave. Alright, buddy. Plop those parts in. Anything interesting on these screens? Maybe? I don't know what I'm doing here. It sucks. Cheesecake pie, blah blah blah. In the line. Tubbin looks like coding. Right. That's... I mean, they did it in Borderlands 2. Guess I gotta do it again. And then she's typing nothing. Okay. Maybe I'll make a little bit of an Easter egg short on that PC thing. Pause a little to do a bit of customization, because why not? Haven't done it so far. Nice red, probably red and white. Always used to do that with my GTA cars. Why not do it with my Vault Hunter as well? Looks pretty snazzy. I guess plop this head on Mr. Echo, because it's the only one I have. And as I've been running along towards the next story thing, I've come across whatever this is. I haven't actually been able to check the map yet, but ran into yet another Chain Master. Feels super common, which I don't mind it, but would be nice to see some of the other stuff. But I guess we'll figure out what this is when we capture it. If it lets me. We have vendors. Doesn't look like a safe house. Silo. I forgot they existed actually. That's pretty cool. I do enjoy activating stuff within the world and being able to see a permanent change. There's always cool mechanics. But I guess we give it a go. So what do we do? Can't fall through that, which is nice. And then I guess we can't stand too close. We've got to grapple and we get launched up. So it looks like it gives you infinite travel unless you cancel it. Let's see if we can fly all the way to our story marker. Should be just over these trees. Yeah, we made it. Nice. So you can actually get a pretty decent amount of distance, which is pretty good as long as you don't cancel it yourself. And a random piece of wood that is just still rolling from my slam. Still rolling. Still rolling. Still rolling. And finally stopped. Don't know why it rolled so much, but sure. Spin it up like a Beyblade. And then launch it. Nice. Smooth. Alright. Well, that's some pretty nice summaries actually. But you should probably go back to the story. I keep getting distracted. So should we break that? Damn, that was a nice sound. Is it around the back maybe? No. On the roof? Yeah, cool. So I'm assuming we just slam this. 360. Hop. Then I'm assuming we just break it. cool. Nothing in here. Don't know why I thought there would. Oh, Jesus Christ. Now I see why the sandbag is there. But our guns aren't doing much damage. Might take me a minute. Well, that definitely took me a lot longer than a minute, because there are a lot of turrets. But here we have Zadra. Cool. And our character is customized. That's good. So, those stupid heads, I'm assuming they also appear in cutscenes. I'll have to see if I can find that Thresher head somewhere. But what is my Vault Hunter doing? Just stood there like a strawberry scented candle on your mum's kitchen counter. Like, what? Move, please. Sending in some enemy supply drops for you. I'm gonna assume they're not for cool weapons, but something else. So let's do it. Wow. There ain't no way that piece of wood is back. Done and dusted. Perfect. And also, just as I was leaving the area, came across this toilet, just randomly shaking side to side, caught my eye, so I thought, why not go over to it? And it just so happens to be the first side mission I take on in the video. Just make sure this random drone is not evil. So we just need to take him to the waypoint, but I guess it seems like you can't use a car, so... running, what's that, 570 meters? Sure, alright, at least we can glide. And we made it, and you just made me walk to a turd pile. A wild horn turd pile. Nice. But I guess we can also complete the patrol mission, was it? That I picked up earlier. So, yep, there we go. At least I did that. Not too much of a waste of time, even though we didn't get anything from the drone. But, you done there, bud. Nice. Give me a little bit of loot. I doubt you can get anything good from it though. But that tower seems to be some kind of hotspot, because I also just found this guy next to it. He was getting attacked by threshers, and he does give a side mission for a head. Can't miss that. Just doing a little bit of a voiceover in the edit here. I just want to clarify that during this mission, you're going to want to take down the badass threshers. They are the ones that drop the eggs. It doesn't clarify this, so if you are doing this mission on your own, just keep that in mind. Collect the final egg. Now, I was just like exploring, trying to find some out of bounds stuff. I did manage to get out, but for some reason, there's random enemies just spawning under here. Like, as you can see, I am still underneath the Thresher cave. But, yeah, like, look at this guy. Badass Cannoneer, just with regeneration underneath the map. Missing all his shots, apparently, but, yeah, like, just super random. And why they're there. Just a bit curious if anything else will spawn. Yeah, just some Zerker with a shield, which I'm obviously not going to be able to get. Anyways, back to this weirdo, giving the eggs out of peer pressure in the hopes that I finally get the cool head. Sent me on a little bit of a mission to get some mangler meat. Thought I'd use a silo, try and slam. I did actually get one, that's pretty cool. Boom, absolutely squashed him, but easy enough to collect the meat. And just doing that has done the patrol contract, so that's also pretty nice. Currently subduing Daisy. No clue why there's no health bar, but it does say subdue, so I'm gonna shoot until something happens, I guess. Okay, cool, yeah. Just maybe bugged, or that's how it's meant to be. A little bit confusing though. I was kind of hoping the cryo would like freeze it. Third time is the charm, hopefully. Hello? Oh, there he is. So it did take a few rounds of different enemies, but there is Mr. Ivan come to seduce his girl. Guess it makes sense why those names are already on the bowl. Pretty much just got to do the same as what I did for the girl one, but he's just a little bit more tanky. Super low now. Box has lit up, so yep, He has been subdued. Alright, well, do I even want to watch what is going to go? Like, what is going to happen? I'm stuttering because I'm worried it's not YouTube friendly. We'll see. Well, it's YouTube friendly, but would I have been able to live a better life if I hadn't completed this side quest? Yeah, more than likely. And there we go. Breeding Daisy's done. Let's see what we get. Open it up, and we get the It's Threshy head. It's ringing some bells, but I don't exactly remember the name, but it says Threshy on it, so I'm assuming it is the one. Nice. So it is the one that I wanted, but it does mean that if you want it as well, you will unfortunately have to suffer through that mission too. But that is completely your choice, and we'll just plop a skill point into that. Climbing. I remember when, like, I don't even know at this point, like 15 hours ago, I was talking about, is climbing going to be implemented often? Well, the answer is nope. It's barely used at this point in the game, unfortunately. Don't really know when or how I got 95, but either way, I guess we should probably put it in assault rifle since I've been using it lots. Put one into shotgun though because they're pretty powerful. Yo! Jesus. What are these guys? So fast. It does make me look forward to exploring the other two areas though, or regions, because the new enemy types, even just here, are pretty interesting. Just bopped them off as well. Bugging out on the floor. Probably should have tested if you can ride it, but it doesn't seem like it, unfortunately. It's too bad. Right, so we do have another world boss. Hopefully this time I can redeem myself, now that I know that they don't respawn if you go down. I will try to play it a little bit more carefully, but this time we have some guy named Icebox. What is this thing? Just shooting out some beams. I have absolutely no clue what I just did. Can't really take a look either because guy's just laser beaming me still, so yeah, might just take a quick look after the fight is done. Almost got him. Very almost dead. Should be able to just take him out with the stickies. Perfect. And doesn't look like we got anything good dropped. We'll probably have to take out these side things as well before we loot them. They just kind of overwhelm me. I'll probably end up dying. Got this chunky little meathead running up on me as well. Taking a look at what we got. Got nothing, 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 nothing. Well, I mean the rep kit's fine, but yeah, nothing that I'm gonna end up using. My rep kit is still doing pretty well, honestly, even though it is level 8. But we do have a skill point, just put it into that. Unlock the next line, so I'll probably put it into that skill afterwards to seem pretty good. Free grenade. Get it. That is a nice feature though. You can grab it from so far away, you don't have to go all the way down and run back up. I think I've just thrown it perfectly at the top there. Clean. Well, second try clean. And melee, because I just keep doing that instead of grappling when I'm too close. And there we go, another vehicle customization. But anyway, open up the crawler mission. There it is, the car decal, and another car decal. Kill 50 enemies with blood off. Hover drive, so we're unlocking the new hover drives. That's good to know. You get it from the challenges. Trash grenade, and then this was the world boss, which got a legendary from the world boss. That odds must be insane. I did also pick up a crazy good ordnance. It deals insane damage, like, and it's really fun to use. And then this is the legendary sniper that we just got. And basically, when you crit the head, it causes the status effect to happen 100% of the time. So it's going to be perfect for elemental builds. Unfortunately, the opposite to mine, because mine's just Jacob's Ricochet mainly. But do go elemental, you probably want to look out for that sniper. Like, look at this badass enemy. Just completely obliterated, and it was also corrosive. Our gun is corrosive and it just still absolutely obliterated it. But yeah, we are further in the story now. I just made our way to the meat processing plant. Gotta cover ourselves in blood to get inside and meet Zadra. So after I just take out this guy, yep, just do that to the right. So I've made it to Zadra. Mr. Timekeeper is here, and he has really kind of taken a back seat in this so far. Kinda just says hi and then goes, but would be nice if he's partaking a little bit more, but maybe they are copying Handsome Jack, and gradually becomes more annoyed as we take down each main boss. Made it to the next area, and boy is Zadra slow at running. Oh my god, it took a good 2 minutes just to run across this room. Just go on a treadmill or something, please. But anyway, like the ordnance as well hasn't been helping because it just destroys them way too quickly. To the point where I'm like actively waiting for the waves of enemies to spawn. Editor Kaza here. Basically I've just skipped ahead because I was having so much fun with the combat. I completely went mute and was farming these people that were infinitely spawning for like 15 minutes. Just completely forgot I was making a video. Completely forgot I was meant to be picking up the parts and locked in, having fun, sliding around, killing everything. So just skipped ahead to me picking it up here before doing the stuff with the Zadra and fighting the boss. But since I'm doing this voiceover anyway, maybe I can take a second to just say, if you are still watching, maybe think about subscribing if you didn't earlier, or liking the video, maybe, please, trying to get to 500. Okie dokie, installed the teleporter parts. It says escape with Zadra, but yeah, I kind of had a bit of an inkling that was going to happen since it was the intro to a boss area. I don't think there's been a Borderlands game where that hasn't happened and there hasn't been a boss. Maybe it would have got me since there was quite a lot of fighting beforehand, but I am a little bit too conditioned to these games at this point. The Oppressor. Okay. Destroy Oppressor. Impartial Observer. Ooh, it's a flying boss. That's pretty rough. Never been a fan of flying bosses. Don't think many people are. Take out these guys because why not? Even though they're not going to do anything, I guess. Right, so we've got the vault symbol just following him in case you lose track of him. We can hit him with ordnance, which is nice. Deals a pretty good amount of damage. Probably just going to use the shock weapon like normal. And yeah, the crit spot seems to be that bottom portion. Absolutely melting this guy though. I guess it is a legendary sniper that we probably shouldn't have at this point. And it is doing 100% status effect now that I remember. So yeah, maybe we are kind of strong against this guy. Although we are out of ammo, it does kind of roll through the ammo. Test out the ordnance on the plain version with no shield. Absolutely insane damage, realistically. Just for a normal gun, no special build. And do go down, unfortunately. Got to use my rep kit, but we do get a second wind from the boss. Doesn't look like we got a legendary though. So after you defeat the boss, it tells you to drive off the roof. But what if I just did this? Oh no, there's an invisible wall. Alright. Maybe a bit further. Land on this box. Ooh, you can land on the roof. And there's no invisible walls. Nice. So I guess that is another out of bounds. Invisible floor, maybe. Anywhere I can drop down. Put down a little bit. Oh man, it's like squeezing through the smallest gaps. Getting out of bounds however I can. So fun. I just enjoy finding it. Probably end up making this into a video as well, because that's just the type of content I enjoy making. And a very cinematic ray of light there. I'm assuming that means there's an opening on the roof as well, since that would make the most sense instead of kind of a bright beam of light. I did come back here a little bit later to explore and found a much easier way to just get in. All you need to do, climb up that and fly into the wall, and yeah, out of bounds. if you are watching this far, I'm sure you'd appreciate at least one full world fight boss thing, so decided to choose this one since he is a very fun enemy, as you can see, just flinging everything in that radius around, even the enemies, is pretty sick, honestly. And the name, Event Horizon, obviously a pun on Event Horizon with his black holes. And yeah, it doesn't seem to be incredibly hard as long as you just stay out of the radius, it just doesn't hit you. But maybe he has some other attacks coming up. Launching black holes is kind of interesting, but it didn't really stay for that long. And bro's still flying. Doesn't know what's going on over there. Oh my god. So, I'm still kind of struggling with the elements. I don't really know what is dealing more damage. I'll just jump in the black hole to see what happens. Can escape pretty easily. I don't know, it's not like the world bosses aren't hard by any means. It's kind of just depending on what's around, if any other enemies are around as well. Like, he isn't spawning anything else, I don't think. Or if he is, it's just these ones. Now, I did say full fight, but you know, I just skipped a few seconds ahead to save everyone's time. Doesn't look like we got anything either. It was just me whittling him down slowly, so I didn't miss much. Finished the basic intro, I guess, now. I'm assuming now we've got to Zadra's base. Kind of explaining the bigger picture. Taking out those 3 bosses to get to the final big boss. So yeah, I guess it does kind of treat that as an intro, getting to know the characters and whatnot. If I had to guess, I could go to the main menu, but if I had to guess, we're probably like 15% of the way through the story, so not that much. But if this map is accurate, like, we're only in that tiny portion, and that's the size of the entire world. There's all that land. Like, imagine if that is DLC, that would be nuts. Doesn't look like there's much on the back though, but still, like, that's... our map is only that much? Kinda interesting. Something completely random here. I was just searching for a mine when I came across this missing piece of water. And to do mines as well, you can't complete them until you do a certain mission later in the story, so unfortunately nothing to really show here. But here is the location in case you want to find it yourself. Made my way over to the production factory. Oh my god, wait, why am I talking so slowly? I'm getting pretty tired over here. Oh god, my brain has just gone blank. I'm like, Jesus, I'm like, bro, I'm just gone stupid. Okay, look in. I've never seen a judge before, so that was cool. He seems just like the other guy, but a bit more tanky. He's also contagious, so he's like a badass version of those guys, whatever they were called. I don't remember, even though they're right there. Wardens, that's it. God, I'm tired. My eyes just started really hurting as well. It's literally just hit me like a brick wall. I literally wasn't even feeling it. Skipping ahead from the version of me that was completely losing his mind at this point, going into the future, I did find an out of bounds, and it's a lot more efficient than later ones that I found during the run. But basically, just make your way to this room, and follow the path, jump through the roof. Easy as that. What does it want me to shoot? I don't know. I need like a 10-minute nap, I swear, and I'll be fine. There it is, it was behind. However, the tiredness will not stop me, and I did find another out of bounds wall with no collision, not an out of bounds, sorry. And yeah, this area is just overall pretty poorly made. There's so many out of bounds, it's impossible to put them all in this video. And it is pretty useless, apart from pretty much standing outside the window to menacingly look at your friends in online co-op. Made it over to the bioweapon for the first time, get to see how it is. And yeah, I'm going to assume it is going to get us through the armored door. But they probably should have guarded it a bit better realistically. just a bunch of small enemies. But maybe there will be a smaller boss before we take on Sol. Maybe. Yeah, still using my cryo gun. It's still one of my favorite. Like, look at that. Came in clutch right at the last second. Just super fun to use. Always used it in the pre-sequel as well. But I'll say it before. I said it before, but I'll say it again. After so many hours of playing this game straight, the gunplay is just the best out of any Borderlands game so far. It's not even close whatsoever. Although I haven't found many good throwing knives in quite a while, which is a little bit of a shame since I was enjoying it at the very start. Did kind of think it was going to happen like that though, unfortunately. Come back, let's give a go. So the locusts just kind of break the armor around the doors. And if this isn't an entrance to a boss area, I do not know what is. Yep, there's some ammo, and I'm assuming a drop down over there with some creepy guy doing that one recent trend where people hang off stuff. But yeah, definitely a boss. And can I get up here maybe? Probably, because it's Borderlands 4, everything seems to be climbable and out of boundsable. I reckon I can make that. Yep, or I can just go through objects, sure. Can't make that, but I guess we can just jump through the wall already and out of bounds again. Okay, cool, nice. Just took a drink break and I saw this movement online. It's a super dash. As you just saw, you basically just dash forward quite a lot and gain a bunch of distance, and it can be repeated often. It is pretty inconsistent though. All you need to do is bind dash button and your forward button. So like dash is a secondary bind on forward, so don't remove your main one. Just click the dash button you usually do and jump at the same time, and you do the mega dash pretty much. It's pretty kinda, oh my god, I need to stop saying pretty, I'm losing my mind. It's fun to use. I just did it a bit back and forth in that room to try and get the hang of it. But yeah, add that to the arsenal of movement, I guess. But yeah, we're at the boss. Bio Bulkhead, it's just a bigger version of the Bulkhead, which is, they said was modified. We just need to hit it with the Locust, but unfortunately, you can't do it just before the phase, you have to do it afterwards. And he has like kind of 3 core and then a finale, I guess, judging by the health bar. But those shots were probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever done in my entire life. How did I just miss such a massive target like that? It's like trying to pick up something off the floor and somehow you trip and roll across the floor before reaching stairs, and then without stopping yourself you do a 90-degree turn and accidentally continue heading down the stairs and sliding down them, and then headbutting a bag of freshly done laundry that is super soft, but there's actually a brick beneath it, so you just really hurt your head. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying either. I'm going loopy. I've been playing this for too long. Just help me, please, someone. But yeah, I've just been trying to take down this guy with this locust here. Got him super low. Probably the next one should do it. Thought, you know, why not? Take him down with his own like weapon thing. Take down his pet. One more maybe? No, I think he might have just walked into it. Goofy guy. And doesn't look like we got a legendary, unfortunately. Outbounders HQ help is gonna have to wait, unfortunately. But what is this guy doing? Is he attacking the NPC? I think he's literally attacking the NPC. He's like me at this point. He's lost his mind, he doesn't know what's going on. NPC is an absolute tank. Just absorbing all the hits, and I guess he just isn't going to lock onto me, so it's going to be a very easy world boss here. So yeah, just simple as that. Thanks for helping me out, bud. I need to start using whatever shield you're using, because clearly it's much better than mine. No legendary again, unfortunately. And then just flying across, is that another world boss? Bro, these outbounders, They're going to be absolutely gone. They're going to be wiped out off the face of Kairos at this point. Wow, look at that. We beat him. I'm assuming I'm going to skip that in the edit because it was Icebox again. Didn't think you'd probably want to enjoy it. But we got this cool ordnance. Let's open the rewards. we got another legendary. Nice. Give me a bit of energy. No idea what the chances are, but isn't that like 2 out of 4 have been legendary like now from world boss rewards? However, it does sound like a terrible gun. What am I hearing? What the? Did that just blow up? Did we just watch a spaceship crash randomly as I was driving around? Is that like a world event? Do you reckon we can reach it? Oh, I am meant to be doing this mission. They're just dying. It's been so long, but I mean, we've got to go have a look, right? So I think I'm taking a wrong turn. Arcadia burn. I've just entered a different region. My bad. Made it to the crash site. It says to tune in and go underground now. But I like how the enemies are becoming a little bit more interesting with time. Was that phalanx? Yeah, phalanx. Got a bit of a shield going on. Kind of cool. It's like a whole world down here. I really enjoyed the open map so far. It's this thing again. What's it doing? So it looks like it spawned an orb. I didn't see the last one do that. Might be wrong though, might have just missed it. Collected it, but I don't know what it did. Again. Am I just dumb? I don't get it. That's 2 now and I just don't know what has happened. Anyway, no button, so we'll jump down and grapple him out, I assume. What a dorky fall. Future Kaza here. Basically, it was just a follow mission, long but simple, taking out enemies as we moved areas until eventually we got to the drill. Okay, pull the lever, try and get on top. Let's see. No, unfortunately it doesn't let me get on top. Just follow it. Come back. Get back. Come here. Oh wait, it says follow anyway. I thought I was doing something cool. I thought I was gonna see him vanish or something, but unfortunately it was just part of the mission anyway. And where is he? Oh, help. He's stuck on the cliff. Never mind. Yeah, that's slightly worse than stuffed animals, yeah, true. And goodbye. Okay, he sprinted off, fighting a ravenous thresher with a chest in its mouth, I guess. Let's use the new ordnance again, try it out, give it a whirl. Like a laser beam, I guess. It is corrosive as well, don't know if this guy is weak to it or not, but it does decent damage, it's alright. The thresher also says tickling. Do I have any idea what that is? Nope. It doesn't seem to be doing much to me, so I guess it isn't anything interesting. Probably more of a side effect. And the flintlock to finish it off. All that for a red chest though is kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie. Finally getting to HQ, somehow still alive. Getting lifted into the ship that I guess I have to blow up. Get back here. Jacob's gun is so good still. Click the button and I guess we have to shoot it. And there's 2 more, okay. So, just take out these guys. Be as quick as I can. Would be cool if there was like some kind of time limit before it went down or something. That'd be, yeah, that wouldn't make sense though. And cool, abandon ship. Use a super dash, went a bit too far. Oh, I've been shot as I've jumped out and I'm dead. Weed. Oh my god, he's actually reviving me. The man, the myth, the legend, savior of the resistance, true entity behind saving the world, the hero that'll be remembered in the memory as the history books left him out. The Vault Hunter's true power lies with him, reviving me to live another day to take out Sol. Celebrate, Weed. You deserve it. I apologise for that. And getting the salvaged locusts. On my way to the next rendezvous, I did see the vault symbol was close, or the vault key fragment. Found it underneath here. Pretty nice. I think there's 3 in total. Probably end up collecting them and doing it after Sol. Try and farm him maybe. Getting close to the 24 hours. Rush. Bro. You made me walk away. But you didn't realise I just walked back, right? This is not that big of a deal. Relax. Relax. There's another way, surely. There's no way he's gonna... I am stunned. There's no way. Zedra teleported him, sure. There's absolutely no way he's just killed himself like that, right? Yeah, okay. I knew it, man. That would have been the worst, like, death in any Borderlands game. That was ridiculous. Rush, you're better than that. Come on. Taking down the first one and the second one. Don't kill me. Dash. Oh, not dash. What am I doing? Glide. Oh, I just killed myself by using all my glide pack before I even was halfway. Third one. And boom. So, that seems to be quite a few enemies. That's not good. And use my beam against the badass. Yes, it's medium. Did prefer the disc one though, honestly. The insta revive. Nice. Wait, I literally just used this. Does going down recharge what am I saying? Recharge the ordnance instantly. I need to test this. How did I not notice this before if it's a thing? Let's see. Oh, it does. So is that like a actual viable strat in this game? If I just use my ordnance as much as I can, 64-second cooldown, and then I somehow kind of find an easy enemy. Not you. You're gonna blow up. I can find an easy enemy, and I take him down, and it's back up again. That's OP now. If I just get a really strong ordnance, and I just always kind of make sure there's something easy to take down, then it's infinite ordnance. Jumping down into Idolator Sol's Arena. This is the part from the trailers that we already saw. What's he doing? He's got a bunch of people and he's absorbing them for power. Obligation of the weak is something other strong. Interesting. So does that mean he absorbs people to make himself stronger? Law drop? Maybe rule forever. No, because I will take you out in the next few minutes. Unfortunately for you. And he's starting off with an immune phase again. Gonna run towards me. Come on. Is it going to be another thing where I have to throw stuff at him? What are these? Are these from other people in our team, or is that from him? That wouldn't make any sense if it was from him, but yeah, it must be other people. I don't know how it's getting here though. Yeeting a rock at me, making massive spikes. Couple enemies. I don't see, do I take out these side enemies, or do I leave them? Because they're gonna kill me slowly, but they will be good for second wins. Although he is kind of easy to dodge at the moment. Very predictable. Whoa, he's using a beam against me. A little bit of a different attack pattern there. His head is the crit spot. Whoa, jeez. Okay, so he's got a massive, or you can make his blade massive. I'm assuming you just crouch under that maybe. Again, like these bosses are all, they are fun with the different mechanics, but they're not exactly hard. What the hell's that? Does he actually, oh okay, so he does absorb the people. That damage is cool. He does absorb the people if I leave them alive, so I guess that was what the intro kind of screen video was for. So I have to make sure to always take them out so he doesn't regenerate and heal, I guess. Okay, I was about to complain a little bit, but like the new mechanics the bosses are doing does make it a lot more. Oh, I shouldn't have brought out the ordnance. It's slimmed down. Yeah, the new, what I'm saying, the new mechanics make it interesting, but like it's not, the fights aren't hard. I am on hard mode. I thought it was going to be a little bit harder, but it's not hard, it's like long, if that makes sense. It's just chunky HP bars, immune phases, so I'm still very 50-50 on the bosses. I need to farm them at some point, because like I said in a video before this game was released, ground slam now, interesting. But yeah, before the video, I've made a video before the game was released, and it was about how they remove the immune phases after you defeat the boss once, so maybe this fight will become a little bit more bearable in the future. There we go. Can I get this guy though? No. Rip. Okay, so if you fail killing the enemies, I guess it gives him another immune phase. Possibly heals him a bit. I didn't look at the health bar, but I'm assuming I got him lower than that. Yeah, I don't know. Here's what it is. A little bit further in now. 4 HP, just about. Almost there. Just whittling him down, dodge the attack, take out the side enemies. Same thing, just taking a while. Kind of felt the same with Borderlands 3 as well. Fun mechanics, but just way too long. The difficulty doesn't change, just long. Almost done though. If he takes damage, come on. Come on. Last one, hopefully. And there we go. I don't let us all down. Not sure I'm a big fan of his fight. Just tiresome, really. No legendary. And there goes the Locust taking him, or destroying his armor. And I guess that means he's pretty dead by the looks of it. Okie doke, let's collect his bolt. There it is, 1 out of 3 done. And I've spent a pretty good amount of time in the game so far. Like, we're getting close to the 24-hour mark now. It's very close, actually. And I'm enjoying it. Overall, Borderlands 4 probably the best since 2. Story-wise, it's nothing insane quite yet, but gameplay-wise, it's definitely the best Borderlands game, even beating out 2, I reckon. Oh, my vision is going dark. It's a Marcus thing. I thought for a second we were going to get a bit of timekeeper intervention, but it seems to be another story by Marcus, which definitely not complaining about. I reckon this will happen after each major boss? Possibly. We'll see. I haven't quite got there yet, but I'm not going to be playing the artwork. Stunning, just like the intro. Now I am in the exploring final stages of this video. Cool thing is the Tannis Easter egg. All you need to do is left, right, middle in the location I just shown on the map. And you'll see a Tannis Easter egg. Very cool. Gotta be at least one in each game, right? And we'll let this play out for you guys while I just kind of discuss the game. So yeah, like I just said, it's definitely the best gameplay wise out of every Borderlands. The main bosses were long, I don't know how they can work on it really. The mechanics really sick, but really long. I do much prefer the small enemies though. They do feel more difficult and The gunplay is much better with the variety and viability of them all. Out of bounds, map making, I enjoy those. Obviously some people might want them fixed. And there's the tiniest Easter egg. After that I decided to go and farm Splashstone, farm the bosses to see if we can get the legendary. And as you can see in the bottom left, still level 16 at the very start, we got the legendary first try. And it is a lead balloon shotgun. And just kind of filling in the time with more reviews. Movement very, very nice. I do enjoy the Moxie Encore as well. Means I don't have to keep save quitting every single time, and I can just stay on location. But it does make it a little bit easy, but that is fine. The lead balloon shotgun kind of flies into the air and then drops down on all the enemies. So it is a fun gun, and it does have a normal mode as well. Next up, I went to farm the Oppressor, and this is where another issue I have in this game comes in. Yeah, he flew over the top and dropped the legendary on the roof. And the only way to get it was cheating, because I went out of bounds, I went around the invisible borders, and that was the closest I could get. I went to the lost loot. It was full from obviously the previous like 21 hours or something. And I tried deleting them to make space, and then I went back to the location. As you can see here, the legendary was still there. So you would think if I save quit now, well, surely it should be there, but no. It just didn't save. I literally don't get the machine. It's so useless. So I had to go back and farm the Oppressor again. Didn't think I got anything, but then turning away, I saw it drop in the corner of my vision. And as you can see, it was a rep kit, and it had immunity shot. On use, grants immunity to the last elemental damage taken for 7 seconds. I then continued farming it for a very, very long time because it looked like a grenade dropped before. And as you can see, we did finally get a grenade. It was got you covered, and it is absolutely insane. It's so fun to use. Look, it's like splits off into a bunch of different ones and bounces down ages, so you have really good coverage on it. So then I just spent a bit of time going and collecting the vault fragments. I won't be showing off the exact locations of these, so feel free to find them yourself. But then we got to the vault door. And this is where one of the coolest animations I've ever seen in a Borderlands game takes place. Echo 3 activating the vault fragments makes this massive vault door appear. And yeah, it looks so sick. I just love like in-world events where I can see it in real time as opposed to like cutscenes and stuff like that. And yeah, as soon as it spawns you can just go straight through it. Vault of Inceptus. I'm not going to include a huge amount of this like trial as you would have seen it from like people playing it in the pre-reviews and stuff, but all it is like 3 separate areas that you fight your way through, increasingly getting harder and harder. And yeah, it's pretty easy. Like, I'm sad to say, I wish it was harder. Like, if you die, you don't lose, you don't fail. I would have enjoyed it to be a little bit more of a challenge, a little bit more rewarding. And just jumping into the boss arena here. I do unfortunately know how to beat him, but yeah. As you can see, still a few issues with the game, like cutscenes, just, what is this? What am I looking at? Shouldn't be that choppy. Don't know why it is. My PC is fine. As you can see, the FPS when I'm playing it is still perfectly normal. So, don't know what the issue is. Still needs some optimizing and fixing. Definitely not a perfect game by any standards, but really good overall. I'll be doing content on this, definitely. But again, I do know how to beat this guy. What we need to do is grapple off his kind of shielded parts. We did see this from content creators beforehand when they got the game early. But yeah, then you just need to shoot the kind of spore areas until they get low. Or it's time based, I'm not really too sure. But damn, that move's pretty cool. It like tease you up and then hits you. And then he jumps on the roof randomly. Why not, I guess, if you can. Shoots these gloop things. But again, like, Idolator Sol, he just doesn't feel hard. Like, there's a bunch of things to get second wind off if I just wasn't killing them. His attacks, AI, same as the first one, doesn't seem like it locks on me that well. But, like, that was good. I like that attack. But yeah, it just seems pretty easy. Those spores aren't that dangerous. They fly randomly. Yeah, not too bad. And then this is the phase I was talking. I don't know if I mentioned it, but the phase where you kind of grapple up to the things and you have to shoot the top to deal crit damage until he gets a bit lower. And yeah, things kind of gradually fall. Just gotta grapple between them. Kind of core mechanic again, core mechanics in the boss fights, but just long, just long. He's level 19 though, I am level 17, but still. And there we go, we broke the cocoon. He should be popping out any second. Or wait, no, he's dropping. I guess it drops first and then he'll pop out and get it to 0. Anytime. There we go. And then he gets a bit stunned. Take off his shield and just shoot it. And then just repeat until you get him super low and then beat him. So just skipping ahead to when we do it. Throw a grenade just in case I was going to die because I was really low HP. But there we go, take him out and all the other enemies die with him. Fortunately, no legendary. But with the remaining hours of this challenge, I did want to farm it. I did stop speaking at this point, that's why it isn't live. And then as you make your way through the kind of void things, you can click this, make sure not to miss it, because you can just leave without picking it up. And you get a glide pack upgrade. I'm assuming the other vaults do the same. But yeah, it's a montage of multiple hours of farming, slowly killing him over and over and over until eventually I do get one of his legendaries. I don't know if he has more, I'm not sure about loot pools, but yeah, it does take quite a while. I think this was like 3 AM at this point, honestly. I was just ready for this to be over, and I really wanted that legendary. But as you can see, we do get it, and the relief is visible just from the gameplay. Like, just sigh of relief, finally getting it. Took ages to run through every single time. Takes absolutely forever. You can't just leave. You have to kind of run through the chest area and then back again. It takes quite a while. But as you just saw, it was a heavy ordnance, and you shoot out a missile, hits the wall and spreads out in different patterns. Can't quite see it from this video, but I'll show it a little bit better here. So as you can see, when you do shoot out the missile, they do actually lock onto the targets. And yeah, as you just saw, they spread out in a massive pattern, so you get a huge range of damage. And there we go, 24 hours, 32% of the story done. This has been 24 hours in Borderlands 4. Thanks for watching, see ya.